Did you know that over 400,000 people move within the UK every single year? And most of them are trying to escape one thing: stressful city life. But here's the shocker: they're not all heading to London. In fact, some of England's most stunning cities are ones you've probably never even considered. Forget everything you thought you knew about the best places to live in England. Because what if I told you that there's a small riverside city where crime rates are among the lowest in the country, and the locals say they wouldn't live anywhere else? Or that there's a city with Roman-era architecture, but also some of the happiest residents in the UK? Most guides will list the usual suspects: London, Manchester, maybe Birmingham. But those aren't the cities we're talking about today. Today we're counting down the 10 most beautiful cities to live in England. And this list is based on more than just looks. We're talking real-life livability, lifestyle perks, and even scientific studies on well-being and happiness. So which city is secretly a dream to live in? And which one ranks #1 for pure quality of life? Stick around, the surprises might just change your entire moving plan. Number 10, Norwich. Number 10 on our list is a city many overlook, but those who discover it rarely want to leave. Welcome to Norwich, a historic gem tucked away in the east of England. At first glance, Norwich might seem like a quiet cathedral town, but don't let its calm exterior fool you. This city is bursting with creativity, culture, and quality of life. In fact, Norwich was England's first UNESCO City of Literature, and its streets are alive with writers, artists, and indie bookshops. The city hosts the Norfolk and Norwich Festival, one of the oldest arts festivals in the UK, drawing talent from across the world. But it's not just about books and festivals. Norwich has some of the greenest urban spaces in the UK. From the tranquil beauty of Eaton Park to the scenic walks along the River Wensum, nature here isn't a bonus, it's a lifestyle. There's even Mousehold Heath, a vast natural area with panoramic views of the city. And here's a stat that might surprise you: Norwich consistently ranks among the top 10 happiest places to live in England, according to Rightmove's annual surveys. It's a city where people smile at strangers, where the pace is slow enough to breathe, but lively enough to never feel boring. The locals genuinely love where they live. With a low crime rate, affordable housing, and a thriving art scene, Norwich is a dream for remote workers, families, and retirees alike. Plus, it's one of the most walkable cities in the country, meaning your commute might just be a peaceful stroll past medieval buildings and flower-covered pubs. Think the best of England only exists in big cities. Norwich quietly proves otherwise, and that's exactly why it made our list. Number 9, Durham. Next up, we head to the northeast of England, where a small city sits quietly along the River Wear, yet holds a reputation that rivals any major destination. This is Durham, and once you see it, you'll understand why it's on our list. Durham is nothing short of a storybook come to life. Its skyline is dominated by the breathtaking Durham Cathedral, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its medieval castle, which now serves as part of the prestigious Durham University. Strolling through its cobbled streets feels like stepping into another century. Yet the city is vibrantly alive. This balance between old and new is what makes Durham so unique. Despite its ancient roots, Durham boasts a modern quality of life. The university brings a youthful energy, a range of cultural events, and a diverse food scene. And with a population under 50,000, it never feels crowded. Safety is a major plus here. Durham has one of the lowest crime rates in the region, and residents consistently rate it high for both security and friendliness. For nature lovers, the nearby Durham Dales offer endless walking and cycling trails, just minutes from your front door. And here's the kicker: Durham regularly lands on lists of the best places to live in the UK. Why? Because it manages to combine beauty, peace, history, and opportunity, all in one. If you're someone who dreams of a city that's both inspiring and manageable, Durham just might be your future home. Which city do you think should make the top spot? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for the rest of the countdown. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Number 8, Exeter. There's something quietly powerful about Exeter. It doesn't scream for attention like London or Manchester. It simply exists, confident, calm, and completely captivating. Nestled in the heart of Devon, Exeter sits just a stone's throw from the dramatic landscapes of Dartmoor and the golden beaches of the Jurassic Coast. But this isn't just a pretty place to visit, people live here for the long haul. Why? Because Exeter offers something rare: balance. It's one of the sunniest spots in the UK, a small fact that becomes a big deal when you're tired of grey skies. The city centre is compact and full of life. Think farmers' markets, independent cafes, and a blend of ancient Roman walls and modern design. Exeter doesn't try to be trendy, it just is. The economy here is buzzing, thanks in part to Exeter University and the rise of tech and healthcare sectors. In fact, job satisfaction here outpaces many larger cities and the average commute, usually under 20 minutes. Imagine finishing work and heading straight to a riverside trail or paddleboarding on the Exe. Healthcare is another quiet strength. With one of the top-performing NHS trusts in the region, residents enjoy a level of care that feels personal, not industrial. And yet, Exeter remains accessible. You don't need a six-figure income to own a home here. The cost of living is reasonable, especially for the quality of life you get in return. Exeter doesn't just offer you a beautiful place to live. It gives you space to breathe, time to think, and room to grow, all while being surrounded by history, nature, and sunshine. This is where life feels lived, not rushed. Number 7. York. Some cities impress you. York charms you. From the moment you arrive, it wraps you in its story. Not just through its iconic medieval walls or the towering presence of York Minster, but through the atmosphere, the people, and the small moments that make life feel better. York isn't just about history, although you'll find it everywhere, from Roman ruins to Viking heritage. What makes it one of the most beautiful cities to live in England is how seamlessly that history blends into daily life. People don't just visit museums here, they walk past them on their way to the coffee shop. It's the kind of place where kids walk to school past 800-year-old buildings, where the cobbled streets of the Shambles double as your weekend market route, and where the River Ouse becomes your favorite backdrop for morning jogs or lazy afternoon strolls. But it's not all quaint charm. York is one of the most well-connected small cities in the UK. Trains to London take less than 2 hours. Yet the city itself rarely feels rushed. It scores high on quality of life surveys for a reason. Clean air, low crime, top-performing schools, and a strong sense of community. People don't just live in York, they belong there. And perhaps most importantly, it's a city that feels alive without overwhelming you. The festivals, the food, the arts, they're all here, but on a scale that still feels human. York doesn't need to be flashy to make you fall in love. It just needs one walk down its stone lanes at dusk. And suddenly, you're not just visiting, you're imagining staying. Number 6. Cambridge. Cambridge, just the name carries weight, intellectual prestige, tradition, and the image of rowers slicing through the River Cam as college spires reflect in the water. But what's often missed in the glossy brochures is that Cambridge isn't just for students and scholars. It's a place where daily life feels like a blend of calm intelligence and quiet beauty. Yes, the University of Cambridge dominates the cityscape. It's one of the oldest and most respected academic institutions in the world. But the city itself has grown far beyond the bounds of academia. It's now a leading tech hub, often called the Silicon Fen, where startups and scientific research flourish side by side. And yet, the pace of life here is anything but chaotic. Cambridge has a rhythm, a gentle, bike-paced kind of flow. Most residents get around on 2 wheels, with cycle lanes weaving through green commons, historic streets, and along the riverbanks. The city feels designed for people, not traffic. The real beauty of Cambridge lies in its balance. Art galleries, bookshops, open-air concerts, and botanical gardens offer something for everyone. And despite its global status, it maintains a strong sense of community. You'll recognize faces at the market and wave to your neighbors from across the park. It's also consistently ranked high for education, public health, and environmental quality. People come here to learn, but they stay to live and raise families, start companies, or retire in peace. Cambridge doesn't shout to get your attention. It doesn't have to. It's confident, composed, and quietly one of the most desirable cities to live in the entire UK. And once you've tasted that blend of intellect and livability, it's hard to imagine settling anywhere else. Number 5. Oxford. Oxford isn't just a city, it's an atmosphere. The first time you step into the heart of it, there's this quiet electricity, the kind that hums through ancient courtyards and spills into cozy cafes. It's hard to explain, but easy to feel. Oxford lives and breathes brilliance, but never shouts about it. Yes, the University of Oxford is the headline, the oldest university in the English-speaking world, a place where world leaders, poets and scientists have walked the same corridors you can pass through on your lunch break. But Oxford is more than its university. It's a city of hidden gardens, winding rivers, and neighborhoods full of character, like Jericho, with its artsy vibe and village feel, or Summertown, perfect for families. There's a sense of quiet dignity here, where beauty is in the details. Ivy creeping up sandstone buildings, punts gliding down the Cherwell, the glow of golden hour light on centuries-old stone. And yet, Oxford is thoroughly livable. It's a small city with the benefits of a big one, top-tier schools, an efficient public transport system, rich cultural life, and excellent healthcare. It's also one of the greenest cities in the UK, both in parks and in mindset. Sustainability is part of the local fabric. Real estate, yes, it's pricey, but that price reflects demand. People want to live here, and when you visit, you'll understand why. Oxford isn't just for the academic elite or tourists on walking tours. It's for anyone who wants a life filled with inspiration, surrounded by beauty, and connected to both the past and the future. Some cities speak to your career, others speak to your heart. Oxford does both, in a British accent. Number 4. Bath. There's a certain glow to Bath, not just in its honey-coloured stone buildings or the way the sun reflects off the hills surrounding the city, but in how it feels to be there. This is a place where beauty isn't a bonus. It's built into the blueprint. Bath is elegance without the ego. A compact city that feels more like a timeless retreat than a bustling hub, yet it offers everything you need and nothing you don't. Roman baths, still here, Georgian architecture, every street. But somehow it doesn't feel stuck in the past. It feels refined, intentional, like a place that knows exactly what it is. And people have noticed, Bath consistently ranks among the top cities for quality of life in the UK, and it's not hard to see why. Walkability is high, crime is low, and there's an unmistakable wellness vibe to the entire city. It's not just in the spas, it's in the pace, the parks, the silence you can actually hear. The city also boasts an impressive cultural life. Theatre, festivals, independent bookshops, art galleries, all delivered in that signature Bath style. Calm, curated, and never overdone. Nature lovers are spoiled too. The surrounding Cotswolds offer countryside escapes within minutes. And while Bath may lean posh, it's also practical. Strong schools, solid healthcare, and just 90 minutes to London by train. Bath doesn't try to be everything to everyone. It simply invites you to slow down, breathe deeper, and enjoy life more deliberately. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but if you crave a life with beauty at every corner and peace at your core, Bath might be exactly what you've been looking for. Number 3. Brighton. Brighton isn't just a city, it's a mood, a vibe, a feeling you catch the second you step onto the pebble beach or wander through the lanes packed with colour, music and rebellion. This is where the ordinary gets left behind. Brighton is unapologetically itself. It's artistic, eccentric, and wildly open-minded. One minute you're sipping espresso in a retro cafe, the next you're browsing vintage shops next to a guy playing jazz on a ukulele. It's weird, in the best way possible. But beneath the quirky surface lies a very real reason people move here and stay here. Brighton offers something many bigger cities don't. Freedom. Freedom to express, to explore, to live a life that's more about you and less about fitting in. The city pulses with energy. Its nightlife is legendary. Its food scene is booming, from vegan street eats to beachside fine dining, and its festivals, constant. Whether it's Pride, art weeks, or spontaneous street performances, there's always something happening. And let's not forget the sea. Living next to the ocean does something to you. Calms your mind, lifts your mood. Studies back it up. Coastal living has a positive effect on mental health, and Brighton's blend of salt air and sun-kissed charm is hard to beat. It's also just an hour from London, giving you access to the capital without the chaos. Brighton isn't for everyone, and that's the point. It's for creatives, free thinkers, rule breakers. People who don't just want to live, they want to live vividly. If your soul lights up around street art, seagulls, and ideas, Brighton might just be your perfect home. Number 2. Chester. There's something quietly majestic about Chester. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't need to. With its ancient city walls, Roman amphitheatre, and half-timbered buildings straight out of a fairy tale, Chester feels like a city suspended in time. But it's not stuck there. It's one of the most desirable places to live in England. And not just because it's beautiful. Chester has mastered the art of balance. It's small enough to feel intimate, but full of life. You'll find gourmet restaurants tucked beside historic pubs, boutique shops lining the two-tiered rows, and peaceful riverside walks right in the city centre. Everything feels carefully arranged, elegant, but never artificial. This city consistently scores high in resident satisfaction surveys, and it's easy to see why. Low crime rates, strong schools, and an emphasis on local businesses create a feeling of trust and community. It's the kind of place where neighbours actually know each other, and where newcomers are welcomed with genuine warmth. Surrounded by the natural beauty of North Wales and the Cheshire countryside, Chester also offers that rare gift: beauty inside and out. Whether you're cycling along the canal, enjoying a slow weekend in Grosvenor Park, or just admiring the view from the Roman gardens, Chester never stops being lovely. And while it may not have the flash of a capital city, it has something better: consistency, character, and calm. In a world spinning fast, Chester is a pause button, a place to breathe, a place to build something lasting. It's not just a city, it's a lifestyle, timeless, tranquil, and entirely underrated. Number 1. Winchester. And here we are, number 1. Not London, not Manchester, not even Oxford or Cambridge. It's Winchester, a city that proves true beauty doesn't always need a spotlight to shine. Once the capital of ancient England, Winchester wears its history like a tailored coat, subtle, elegant, and perfectly fitted to modern life. The towering Winchester Cathedral, the quiet flow of the River Itchen, and the timeless Georgian townhouses create a backdrop so picturesque, you'd think it was designed for a movie. But Winchester isn't just a postcard, it's a powerhouse of livability. It ranks at the top of almost every list you can find: safety, education, income, life expectancy, resident happiness. It's not just good on paper, it feels good in real life. Families thrive here, professionals commute with ease to London, and retirees find peace in the quiet charm of village life, all within one compact, walkable city. The high street is filled with independent shops, artisan bakeries, and cafes that feel more like living rooms than businesses. Festivals light up the year, from literary events to food fairs, all with that classic Winchester polish. And the countryside? Just minutes away. You're never far from fields, hills, and hidden trails. It's the best of England, all in one place. It's not the loudest city, it's not the biggest. But Winchester is the kind of place you don't just admire, you trust, you invest in, you root yourself in. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." It simply whispers, "You're home." And that's why Winchester earns the number 1 spot, for being beautiful in all the ways that truly matter. So which city stole your heart? Drop it in the comments. We'd genuinely love to know where you'd pack your bags for. If you haven't seen our last video, go check it out. It's packed with more gems like this. These videos take a ton of research and love to make, so if you found value here, support us by hitting that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and here's to finding the perfect place to call home.